Arthur and Clara believed their love was as sturdy as the old oak tree in the town square. Under its sprawling branches, they shared whispers of a future that felt as certain as the sunrise. Their days were a tapestry of shared smiles and stolen glances, woven in the golden light of a perfect summer. But a shadow fell upon their sun-drenched world. A letter arrived, not in Clara's familiar looping script, but with an official seal. Arthur was being sent away, to a place far across the sea where cannons roared louder than promises. "I'll write every day," he vowed, his voice thick with unshed tears. Miles away, in a world of mud and fear, Arthur's only solace was his pen. One night, by the flickering light of a single candle, he poured his entire soul onto a fragile piece of paper. He wrote of his undying love, of his dreams of their future, and on the final line, he asked her to be his wife. He sealed the envelope with a kiss and a prayer, handing it to a male orderly with a hopeful heart. This letter was everything. It was his anchor in a sea of uncertainty, his promise of a life waiting for him back home. He imagined Clara's face as she read his words, her eyes lighting up with joy. Back home, Clara rushed to the post office every morning, her hope dwindling with each empty-handed trip. The daily letters had slowed, then stopped altogether. A terrible silence stretched across the ocean, and Clara's heart broke with every passing, silent day. The letter, meanwhile, had met a different fate. In the hustle of the town's busy post office, it slipped from a mailbag, fluttering down into the dark, forgotten space behind a heavy sorting machine. There it lay, a silent testament to a love story paused by misfortune. Years turned into a decade. Believing Arthur was lost to the war, Clara, with a heavy heart, eventually said yes to another man. She built a life, had children, and found a quiet contentment, but a small, locked room in her heart would always belong to Arthur. When Arthur finally returned, a ghost from a past life, he found the town square the same, but the world irrevocably changed. He learned of Clara's new life, and his heart, which had survived a war, shattered into a million pieces. He left the town that day, never to return. 50 years later, the old post office was being cleared out. A young worker, moving the heavy sorting machine, discovered a single, dust-covered letter. The old postmaster, now a man with kind, wrinkled eyes, recognized the names and knew he had to deliver this final piece of mail. Clara, now a graceful, white-haired widow, answered the door. She took the letter, her hands trembling as she recognized the familiar handwriting. She sat beneath the old oak tree, the same one from her youth, and finally read the words Arthur had written all those years ago. A single tear traced a path down her wrinkled cheek, a silent acknowledgement of the love she had known, the life she had missed, and the letters she had never read.